Welcome to week 2. I'm super excited this week. We got a lot to cover, so let's get into it. We all know somebody who is great at starting things. Oh, they're going to hit the gym, they're going to eat right, and a week later, their shoes are gathering dust. They're back to ordering takeout. Now, consistency, that's the difference between good intentions and long-term success. So today, we're going to talk about how to build that consistency. Now, getting started, that's easy, but staying consistent, well, that's where the magic happens. Now, take two guys, they decide to go to the gym, and one works out like crazy for 1 week and then quits. And the other guy, he just goes 20 minutes a day, over and over and over. Every single day for a whole month, he goes for 20 minutes. Now, who made more progress? The guy that went all out for a week, or the guy that went every day for 20 minutes? Well, you all know the answer to that. It's the one that showed up for 20 minutes every day. He's the one that got the greatest results. And that there is the power of consistency. But you know, we've all been there. I've been there. I thought, hey, I'm gonna wake up at 4:45 every single morning so I can meditate for 15 minutes. And guess what? That alarm went off and I meditated about whether that snooze button was gonna get hit or not. So we all have that intention to do something, but it's really hard to stay consistent. Now, the impact of consistency doesn't stop with you. Think about leadership. People follow consistent leaders. Those who show up, lead by example, and do not let their problems derail them. And they know what to expect from you, and that builds credibility. And in the same way, when you invest in your personal growth, people around you start to take notice. Remember the AL formula from last week? A is for action, L for leverage. Consistency is how you leverage your time, your strengths, and your energy. But without consistency, even your best intentions will fall flat. But when you take consistent action, you start an incredible feedback loop. And every small step reinforces the habit of showing up, which makes it easier to continue. It's kind of like not brushing your teeth for one night isn't going to be a big deal. But let's say you go 1 week without brushing your teeth, and no one's going to want to stand next to you. Now I'm going to teach you something that you're really going to need and you'll really use, I promise you. This is good stuff. Now, think about yourself in the backyard, and there's a tree you want to cut down, okay? And if you go to the shed and you get an axe and you hit that thing 5 times every day, just 5 good hits, and you put it back up, and then the next day you wake up and you hit that thing 5 more times, put it back. The next day you get up and you hit it 5 more times, same tree, there's no doubt that that tree is gonna fall down, okay? Now, in order to do that, you have to do 5 things. And that's where the power of 5 comes in, okay? So the first point is, it's whatever is your goal is or what you're working on, okay? That's your tree, okay? So if you have a definite target, hey, I'm gonna fall down this tree, or hey, I'm gonna learn Spanish, okay? And then once you have what you know what you wanna do, you gotta find the right tool to work with, right? So in the case of the tree, we need an axe, okay? You get out there and you hit that tree 5 times with the axe, so you have the right tool to do it, all right? Now, if you grab a baseball bat and you're consistent out there hitting that tree every day, you know, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna get a bunch of blisters on your hand, okay? So, point 1, you gotta know exactly what you're working for. Point 2 is, you gotta have the right tools to do what you need to do. Now point 3 is, you have to have action. You You can't just let the axe sit in the shed. You got to get up in the morning. You gotta go at it. Got to hit that tree 5 times. So you need to have the action that it takes to do it. Okay. Now the fourth thing is you have to focus. All right. You have to focus on what you're working on. So let's say you wake up one morning and you get out there and you go to hit that tree, and then you see another tree over here. Oh, there's another tree. And you go over there and you hit that tree 5 times. And then, well, wait a minute, there's another tree in my yard. And you go and hit that thing 5 times. You're not going to knock anything down. All you're going to do is scar up all your trees. Okay? So you need to focus on what you're doing. And the last thing and the most important thing is you have to be consistent. Okay? There's no doubt. You hit that tree 5 times every single day. Depends on how big that tree is. If it's a small tree, it might take you a week to knock it down. If it's a big tree, you might be out there, every day for 3 years. But it will fall for sure, guaranteed. So, power of 5. You got to focus on what you want to accomplish. Number 2, you have to get the right tools to do the job. Number 3, you have to take action. You have to do it every day. You have to do it every day. Number 4, you have to focus on what you're doing. And number 5, we must be consistent at doing this every day, 7 days a week, every single day. So here's the bottom line. If you want to have good results, you must be consistent. Now, the good news is start small, stay steady, leverage your strengths to keep moving forward. And this week, let's make it the week that you start building consistency in what you're working on.